Hello, this is Dr. Eric Bricker, and thank you for watching A Healthcare Z. Today's topic is money, debt, and healthcare. Now, the basis for today's topic is a video on YouTube called How the Economic Machine Works, and it is by Ray Dalio. And it's about 30 minutes long, and it has been viewed 9.2 million times. I mean, this is a 30-minute video on economics, and it's been viewed over 9 million times. I mean, that is huge. I mean, that's not like Taylor Swift numbers, but that is still incredibly impressive for a video about economics. And this Ray Dalio person was the founder of Bridgewater Capital, which is the world's largest hedge fund. And using what he knows about the economy, he was able to make that institution or make that company what it is. So if he has something to say about how the economy works, then it's probably worth listening to. Okay, he says the economy is the sum total of transactions. So the economy is not some big nebulous thing. It is literally the summation of all transactions. What's a transaction? It's buyers and sellers coming together. Buyers using money and credit to then buy goods, services, or financial assets from sellers. Okay, now who are the parties that can make that up? They can be individuals, they can be businesses or organizations like a church or a nonprofit organization. It can be a bank, or it can be the government itself. Now, in terms of the largest single institution in the economy, he says it's the government, and the government is divided into two sections. It's the central government, which can tax and spend, and then it's the central bank, which controls the economy through controlling interest rates and by literally printing money. All right, now, the important thing that I'm going to tell you now is literally the central point of Ray Dalio's entire 30 minutes, and that is that credit is the most important part of the economy. That's so important, I'm going to say it again. Credit is the most important part of the economy. Now, what's another name for credit? It's debt, okay? So, debt is the most important part of the economy. Why does he say that? So, believe it or not, our economy is $50 trillion of credit and only $3 trillion of actual money. So, the entire economy is 53 trillion, the 50 plus the 3. So if you take 50 trillion divided by 53 trillion, that means that credit is 94% of the economy. Okay? So in other words, when buyers buy things, 94% of what they buy is bought on credit, not with actual money. Now, why is that important? Because, as Ray Dalio also says, credit is the most volatile. Because credit can literally be created out of thin air, but it can also stop being created out of thin air. And so what happens is as a result of that, you end up getting credit cycles. So when we talked about recessions in the previous video, those recessions are largely based on cycles of credit. And why is that important? That's important because the major changes in healthcare have typically occurred in conjunction with recessions. So here, we have the 1991 recession, which was when HMOs became drastically popular in America and became a pervasive part of employee health benefits in our society. Okay, the recession of 2001 is when Medicare Part D was put in place. It was called the Medicare Modernization Act, which basically said before Medicare Part D, Medicare didn't pay for prescription medications. But as a result of Medicare Part D, now Medicare does pay for prescription medications. That's a huge deal. And then as part of the recession of 2008, what did we have? We had the Affordable Care Act, a huge change in healthcare in America. So, what's my point? My point is that if we are looking to see when healthcare change is going to happen, then we need to know when recessions are going to happen. And if we want to know when recessions are going to happen, we need to understand when credit is expanding and when credit is contracting. Because it's the contraction of credit which then leads to recessions, which then leads to subsequent major changes in healthcare. And that's my point for today. Thank you for watching A Healthcare Z.